Hello and welcome back to Minecraft All the Mods 10. Alright, so we were working on a couple of things at the end of the last episode. We had gotten enough allthemodium to make a few things for ourselves. So we're going to get this last blank upgrade that we were waiting on because we had needed the additional lapis, which I've just gone ahead and left the lapis in here. I stuck the inferium seed that had been in there down there. As you can see, I don't really have a whole lot of extra yet. But we've gotten our last blink upgrade module. We are going to use it to make our 3x3, which we are short a block of redstone. Okay, that's fine. We can do that really quick. Just like so. It's only the one we were short. Boop. Excellent. Alright, now we need to go get it installed. Boingy. That is our teleport pad. Alright, so we stuck our little modification table over there. I went and charged our mining gadget, Mark III. So we should be able to just do that. Per block cost 200. We're going to need some efficiency upgrades and stuff, but this should be ready to go. Alright. I have made a waystone. I have double-checked. Yes, indeed, there is going to be another teleport pad on the other end. However, this will let us go down to the whatever layer we want. Now, let's see if this works. Shift, right-click. Oh, there we go. And here we are. All right, we are at Y level 253. I believe this is Eternal Noon. Maybe? Maybe not? It says daytime. All right, so we are on our teleport pad. We are here. I'm going to switch to our mining laser. I'm going to come right here. And... Oh, okay. And we just do this. Here we go. Just gonna blast our way down. So apparently we are wanting to get in between levels 129 and 65. That is the deep slate layers. So let's see how we manage this. We're getting ourselves a little bit of other stuff as we go too. And of course, we can always trash some of this stuff if we decide we don't want it. But for now, we're just gonna get down. And all I'm doing is holding this button down. This is nice. I like this. And this will let us make the nice 3x3 tunnels that I like without worrying too awful much about it. And this is going to give us, theoretically, access to just about everything. There are apparently, if you go deep enough, there are end materials. So, that's interesting, if nothing else. We are getting some additional levels doing this. I do not know if the mining laser is going to work on the allthemodium. I feel like it will, because it has allthemodium, as part of the recipe. So I think that's and I think that's why, is because it would do that, especially the Mark III. I feel like the Mark III here is definitely going to do it, whereas some of the others might not have. Render block don't use. Alright, so we're in the deep slate layer. We are at, we're below the 126, or 129, I think it was. Let's just get a little bit deeper. Let's get to... I'm not sure exactly how far I want to go down. Let's get to maybe 100. 100 sounds like a good number, right? Just gonna do a little bit more. It is taking longer. I might want to make some efficiency upgrades when I get a little bit more allthemodium, because I'm assuming that it is just going to be available. Alright. Let's grab this stuff that's been around the edges. We are full up, aren't we? We sure are. Alright, let's just kind of shove some of this... Prosperity. Oh, I think those are the... I don't know what those were for. Or if I just ran into them. Let's throw some of the random stuff in here. Yeah. That'll do for the moment. Pick that up. Throw that in. Alright. Let's just kind of pew-pew our way this way. Oh, look, there's some diamonds. And I should just be able to do this. I think... Yeah, I think there's just is light. Because as I'm going here, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm not getting any dark. So, that's a thing. Alright, I'm gonna mine a little bit, and then make a decision about what to do after that. I'm hoping to find some allthemodium. I am not 100% sure I am going to, but here is hoping. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I have pretty much filled my inventory. I've got a little bit of charge left on the old, mining gadget. I'm down below a quarter of its power, but I have just found some allthemodium. Now, I'm going to have to figure out what exactly I'm doing here. I'm going to sacrifice some of this deep slate, because why not? I will swap to my Fortune Netherite pickaxe, because even though I am confident that the mining laser will, get it, the pickaxe has Fortune on it, and I do not currently have Fortune on the mining gadget. So let's go ahead. Yeah, there we go. See, I just got 2 out of that one. And I got 3 out of that one. Beautiful. All right. I have now confirmed there is, in fact, allthemodium on this level. You can see I kind of did a little bit of branch mining, not a whole lot. I have set down the waystone, set it as mining dimension. This is also going to solve a problem because the teleport pad requires you to have both hands empty to use, whereas the waystone does not. All right, we are at just a little over 19 levels. I want to see what happens. All right, our XP did not move at all, which means that it is not, that setting is not on. Excellent. All right, I'm going to basically empty my inventory, recharge the mining laser, the mining gadget, and do a bit more mining, see what I come up with as far as allthemodium is concerned. I'm going to stick that stuff in there, and basically I will be back after a bit of off-screen mining. Alright, so a quick test later, and no, the mining laser does not grab the allthemodium. It took out all the blocks around it, left it sitting there. So, that is, interesting. Which, because it's like, you would think it would since it requires allthemodium to make it in the first place, but, oh well. I guess it's, just how it is. Alright, back to mining. Alright, I am through most of a charge on the mining gadget again. I am full up on cobbled deep slate. I am going to head back once more. Unfortunately, we only found one more piece of that allthemodium ore. It was the piece I actually showed you on camera. But we got psyched out a bunch of times by the gold and the sulfur. So, stuff like that. Let's head home. And let's dump some of this stuff off and make ourselves a couple more things just to get ourselves, into some better mining situations. Let's start by grabbing our ore hammer, converting this to twice as much dust. Now, I do want to see... That's not what I wanted. You go in there. I do want to see something. All right, so if we just say you, we make our pickaxe. We're going to need the pickaxe in order to make the next level of thing. Where is the pickaxe? Where is the allthemodium pickaxe? Don't tell me. Allthemodium rod? No. Alright, let's see. Let's go with pick. Alright, here it is, the allthemodium pickaxe. You're made in the smithing table. Okay, we need a smithing template, our netherite pickaxe, and one piece of allthemodium. Yeah. Now, where the heck are we supposed to find you? Found in suspicious clay in ancient cities. So I'm going to have to go back down. Really? Really? Which means we're going to have to get ourselves geared up for that. All right, you know what? I'm not worried about that this exact second. But I do know, okay, I got to hold on to one piece. Let's get this smelted. Go ahead, smelt that up. I'm just going to dump the rest of this random stuff for now. I can always process that later if I find myself low for some reason. We have a couple of other random things that I shoved in. Let's go ahead and clear that. You are done. We have our dozen additional allthemodium. We're going to shove you in there. We'll come back to you in a moment. Let's get rid of all of our deep slate. You might be like, oh, why are you saving all that deep slate? Well, I wanted to save a certain amount of it just in case I need it. But this is probably the end of the deep slate I save. I saw one more. There it is. All right. There we go. All right. 5.4 thousand cobbled deep slate. Actually, we can make that go up a little bit because there was some in my trash, so we can still scavenge. So there we go. If I go through all of that, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But unlikely. And of course, regular stone we've got our generator for, so we don't need that. What we are going to need are some more upgrades. At least one more upgrade. So we're going to need that again. Oh boy, do we have the lapis for this? We do. I did dump a bunch more in because I got some in the mining dimension. Oh, we need some couple of redstone, of course. Let's do that, and then I can go grab the 2 nuggets. There we go. Now that we have a little bit more allthemodium, I'm feeling okay spending some of it. Alright, and we are going to want... I'm gonna restrain myself on how much I add in for the moment. Void junk. We need some obsidian. Well, we can make obsidian. We can do that real easy. All I need is my bucket, because I still have my lava out here in the spot where I was making that. Oh, you know what? I still have the steel pickaxe on me. Good. Because I don't really want to futz with things, or I don't want to use the netherite pickaxe for this. Most definitely. Come on. Here we go. And you... Come on. There we go. Alright. Do. Okay. We needed void junk. There we go. Excellent. Adds filtering 2. Alright, well, let's see what we got then. We will take our mining laser. We will put our void junk in. We will put our void junk in. Now, what do we have? Is there like a shift right click thing? There we go. Okay. The obvious way is the thing. Void junk true. Edit filters. Okay. So what I want to do is, at the moment, all I really care about filtering out is some cobbled deep slate. So let's shift right click, edit filter, bam. Okay. And we are going to say destroy list. Our destroy list is just cobbled deep slate. Excellent. Let's sleep through the night here really quick. Come on. There we go. All right. We are good there. What else do we need? Well, we need to recharge our mining laser, so we can get that started. I think that is the last of the major modifications that are going to be needed. It would be nice to have some things like the fortune and the range upgrade, maybe more battery, things like that. But it is not necessary. And all of these do have like an upgrade cost to them. I don't know what the maximum is, but I do know that it has some sort of limit. And I think that limit changes based on the version, which, the Mark III having the most probably. Ooh, efficiency. I don't know. Maybe. Because it would be nice to be able to do that a bit quicker. Gotta be said. Maybe. Let's look at it really quick. Efficiency is just that and a bunch of redstone, and then as you go up, it's just more redstone. That might be worth doing. You know what? I think that's worth it. Let's, oh, right, we need some more of this. Let's see. Do we have... We are a little short, but we should, because I left it in, we should have enough. Yeah, plenty. Let's sort that. We should have enough to do this. Excellent. All right. And we're going to need to set up our redstone. Do that. Should be good there. Excellent. Our blank upgrade. All right. Our initial tier upgrade. Like that. You require some of this. Let's go ahead and get a handful of these. Looks like 16. I don't know how many we're going to need, but that's how many we've made. All right. Upgrade. 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 And... Okay, not quite. We're going to need a little more. We have 4. We're going to need 4 more. All right. Beautiful. There we go. Now I think that is probably the last of the upgrades we're going to do for the time being. I don't know exactly what our limit is. Let's grab our mining gadget, which is recharged. Boop, boop. Per block cost. Oh, the per block cost has gone up. But it doesn't seem that much. And we haven't been actually, like, completely depleting it anyway, so we should be good. We should be good. Let's head back to the mining dimension real quick and see what we got. Alright. Let's just go this way. Oh, yeah. Look at that. See, now this is where I would need those range upgrades. Because I cannot walk fast enough to keep up with that. Do I want to spend all the allthemodium to get some range upgrades? Well, let's take a look at what the range upgrades involve. Range upgrade. Doesn't look too challenging. Not too challenging. That's a bit challenging. So we could get the range 2 or tier 2 upgrade by 5 with each tier. So that'd be 10. Yeah, we shouldn't have an issue with that, right? That seems a reasonable thing, right? Am I convincing you or am I convincing me? That's the question. Yeah, and we'll still have a couple of nuggets left in addition to our 12 full bars. So that does not seem too terrible. Ooh, we might not have enough lapis to get the blank upgrade, though. And there's a couple more. I don't know if that's enough. Not quite. How is amethyst upgrade? Or amethyst essence, I mean. That's going to be a touch. Let's see. Oh, I do have enough for the initial blank upgrade. Let's see. Nope, you. We need those, of course. There we go. And then our initial range upgrade. We've got the first one. We don't got the second one. We need a little bit more lapis for that, which we are just barely short on. Tell you what, I will come back when I've got those last couple pieces of I could go mine it, but I'm just going to wait here for it. We'll get our range upgrade tier 2, get that installed, go see how that looks in our mining dimension. Alright, moments later, we have our last 2 essence we should need. We can go use that. There we go. No, that is not what we needed to do. We needed you there, like that. Alright, range upgrade tier 2. Yes, there's one tier more. No, we don't have the resources for it. Nor do I think that's going to be entirely necessary. I'm pretty sure the tier 2 will be plenty. Bam, there we go. You are still at that 260. That's fine. Do I want to recharge you really quick? I kinda do. It's not going to take very long at all, because we barely used it. But, might as well top it up. And there we go. Excellent. Alright. I don't know why I was going down. That makes no sense. I could theoretically have used the portal again, but I've kind of got the waystones set up for this. So let's just do that. Okay. Let's go this way. Ooh, look at it go. Oh, yeah. See, and then I can just do that, and then be like, yeah, pew, pew, pew. Oh, that is so much nicer. Look at this, I can just go forever. I think we might want to get into one of the other mods. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it has batteries that will recharge your devices, like, in inventory. I showed it before, and I just can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But, might want to do that. Although I think that might be, not this episode thing, because I think that's fairly far into the mod. At least for ones that are worthwhile. But yeah, this is going to make things much easier. Much, much easier. Alright. I think that even though we are not quite at the half hour I normally shoot for, this is an episode. This was all about the mining dimension and the mining gadget. And yeah, we're pretty good. Other than the fact that we are going to need to go back to the Deep Dark to find some of those templates, this is definitely the way to go. Go to the Deep Dark, find one piece of allthemodium, then make the portal or make the teleport pad for the mining dimension. Go to the mining dimension, get more allthemodium safer. Definitely feels like the right plan. But yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of mining in between episodes here. Hopefully get some more allthemodium, get some stuff, basically ready, and then we can have a bit of fun next episode. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.